Cool. It's just gonna be about a half hour, so no excuses. And if you don't wanna do something, just skip it. Do what feels good in your body. I know I have some people that are doing some rehab for ankle or for knees and hips. So if that's you, just do what feels right. And you just gotta, move in your own range and honor the body. I know you hear that a lot, but what does that mean? Like, your body is a gift, and you need to take care of it. So that means listening to it, and when your body's talking to you, it starts with whispers. You feel a little bit of discomfort, and you just like ignore it, and then all of a sudden you gotta get a joint replaced or whatever, your back goes out. It starts out small. It's just we have to take that slow time to listen to it. So that's why these classes, we use our breath, we use our movement to kind of ease into the shape without having to just throw yourself in there, which is, another type of practice, and which is fine too. But this is a different type of practice. I want you to be more internal, mentally focused with your mind and body connection. Start to feel that. Okay, I'm rambling. Let's go. So if you can't move around your chair, then have a chair that's just, or if you can't move your chair, then have a chair that you can easily walk around. I'm just gonna kind of move the chair as the class goes. So I'm gonna take my shoes off. So let's find our seat. With our chair yoga, we sit on the edge, and that way we get the foundation in the feet, we get the foundation in the hips, and we get that shape of the pelvis to help move through the shoulders and chest easier. So you'll notice, I'll just show you this real quick. If you sit like this, you don't really have a lot so the pelvis is tucked under and the shoulders roll forward, and there's not a lot of movement here. But if you allow the pelvis to go into its neutral position, it just automatically aids that movement of the upper back. So be aware of your seat and then elongate from there. So you start with the foundation in the feet, you draw that up the thighs, and again, notice where your knees are. We want to have the knees tracking with the toes if possible, and if not, work towards that, that's fine. And then we're going up into the thighs. The thighs are just gently engaged, and we've got the hips. The pelvis is just move it forward and back, and then find the center that feels most spacious to lift. And then we create that lift. So take your left hand onto your chest and your right hand just underneath your collarbones. And feel that you can, when you breathe in, you're lifting up from there. And it's drawing up to the crown. We're not hunching the shoulders. As you exhale, feel a little more softness in the feet and more foundation in your pelvis. As we inhale, we draw the energy, feel it in your hands, bring it up to the crown. And as you exhale, feel the shoulders soften, yet they stay tall, and allow the softness to go all the way down into the feet. One more breath like that, breathing it in tall through your crown, feeling it move through the spine. And exhale, take your hands to your heart center, press your palms together, close your eyes. Remind yourself what you want to get out of this time. Thank your body. Love. Set that intention of gratitude, compassion, and love for your body. Take a slow inhale as you open the eyes. We're always going to be gentle with our movements, gentle with our breath, but be intentional with this practice. As we inhale, we're just lifting the heels so the toes point down. As we exhale, we press the heels down and lift the toes and spread. Drop the toes, point them as you lift the heels. Drop the heels, lift the toes and spread them. So we're getting a lot of movement into the ankle joints and the bottoms of the feet. So when you lift the toes, I want you to bring some movement like you're opening your fingers. We'll do this 2 more. The next time that the toes are down, we'll keep them down. Drag your right heel forward, point the toes and start circling through the ankle. Be intentional with your movement. When you pull the toes towards you, spread them. When you go away from you, point them. Let's go the other way. Start to feel it through the right shin, the calf, even the thigh. And release the left foot forward. Maybe even closing the eyes. Bring your focus inside that left ankle. Make sure you're spreading the toes. Let's go the other way. And come to center, taking the left foot to the floor, grounding through both feet. Come onto the edge of the chair so you have some freedom with your hips. The hands are on the thighs. Take your right knee out to the right and using the right glute to do that. Use the abdominal wall and bring it back into center. And the left side. Now notice where this movement has to come from. We want to feel some strength into the glute, so power the glute and then start to initiate the movement. Notice how that changes the movement. So power through your glute and then start to turn the knee out. We want to keep the ankle underneath the knee. So a lot of times our mind is going to trick us and think, oh, now I'm bringing it out. You know, but you want to keep the knee, it's really removing from the hip joint. So don't even worry too much about the foot. The foot's just kind of go along with the knee. And we'll do 1 more on each side. Notice your chest, notice your back. Realign if you need to. And let's do this last one on the left, inhaling as we bring it up. And exhale to come in. Inhale to reach the arms up. Exhale, take the hands down by your side. As you're doing this, reach out of your fingers. Let's go up, forward and up as we inhale. Turn the palms out to the side and exhale, the hands go down. Inhale, fingers go forward, thumbs point up. Then exhale, turn the palms out and reach the arms down. Let's lean forward from here. I'm just going to turn so you can see me, kind of like in a skier's position. I want you to stay grounded into your feet and ground through your glutes to come up and reach the arms back up. And as we exhale, arms go out wide, you come back to that skier shape and reach the arms forward. Squeeze your glutes. You want to push into your feet to do this. Arms out wide as we exhale and reach the chest towards the front of the room. Reaching the arms forward and overhead as you use the glutes, the hamstrings, the feet to come back up. 2 more. Exhale the hands down as we lean forward. Inhale, arms sweep up. Push into your feet, squeeze the backs of your legs, use that to come up. 1 more. Exhale, we go forward, reach the arms back. Inhale, the arms reach forward, push into your feet. And arms will stay up here. Soften through your shoulders. Take your right hand to your left wrist. Side bend to the right. Now as you're here, notice what's going on with your foundation or your shoulders, your pelvis. Start moving into that neutral shape. And then you move from that left shoulder. Let's come back through neutral as we inhale. Arms go out to a T. Take the left arm across the body and take your right inner elbow to your left outer elbow. And breathing into that left shoulder. Soften if it's lifted. Ground your feet. A lot of times it's normal for the knees to kind of just fall open with no effort. So I want you to be aware we're still grounded in our foundation. Inhale the arms out and up. Exhaling the left hand to the right wrist and side bend. And push your right hip down. Maybe straighten out a little bit more through that left elbow, but keep your right shoulder blade pressing down. Breathe into your right armpit. With your next inhale, coming up, the arms out to a T. Exhaling, the left arm, right arm crosses the body and the left arm takes a hold of it. Do whatever feels good here. If it's not good on the elbow, you can just hold on the wrist, whatever feels best. Notice the right shoulder. The tendency is for the body to want to pull forward, so be aware of that. A little bit of movement, but not so much that it becomes a twist. One more inhale. And as we exhale, soften through the shoulders. Release the hands to the thighs. Next inhale, the arms reach up. And as we exhale, take the hands to the back of the chair. So we're here. I'll turn the chair. So your hands are on the back of your chair, and I want you to lean back and bring your toes forward. We want to try and keep as straight a spine as we can when we're here. So find that neutral strength in your core, and then lift your left knee so that the shin becomes parallel to the floor. And inhale to lower it down. Exhale, the right knee comes in, and try to get the shin parallel to the floor. Inhale down. Now notice what's going on with your belly. Keep it engaged. If it doesn't feel so good to bring the legs so high, don't worry about that. Just move to the range that feels good to you. Notice your lower belly is engaged and your pelvic floor. We're leaning back and we're activating all parts of the core, the stabilizing muscles through the spine and the back. We'll do 2 more. So finishing with the right leg. We started with the left. And let's come back to center. Come upright, take your hands to the back of your chair, or to the front of your chair, ground into your feet, and now we straighten through the hips. The knees, I'm sorry. Exhale to lower the hips down, and now the hips are grounded. Ground into your feet, and use the strength of the thighs, the knees, the back, to come back up into that shape. If you want to challenge yourself, you don't have to sit right down on the chair. You can kind of just lean forward and then sit your bum back, maybe not touch, and then inhale to come up. What I want you to be aware of is your upper back. Notice if your tendency is to roll it forward. Upper back stays engaged so that you're resisting gravity rolling you forward. It's going to give you more power into your back. Do whatever feels right. If you want to come all the way to seated and then go all the way back up, whatever feels good to you. The next time that the legs are straight, we're going to stay there. Take a slow breath in. Ground into your feet, glutes are engaged, and inhale to come up to stand. Finding your Tadasana, just coming to stand on the side of your chair. Spreading through the toes, grounding through the feet, and closing the eyes, gently smile. As you're in your Tadasana, feel your breath moving through the body equally from the bottoms of the feet to the crown of your head. As you are in your Tadasana, the body is strong, but not rigid. The energy is flowing freely. And notice here, when you exhale, you release anything extra that you don't need. As we move through this practice, be aware of your intention of your movements. Big smile, opening the eyes. We'll come to the back of the chair if you have room. If not, turn the chair. Take your hands onto the back of the chair. Walk your feet back. Just like when you were seated, the core needs to be engaged here. So we're straight from the shoulders to the knees. press your heels towards the mat and see if you can get a little lengthening into the back of the calves. But if you have to stay on your toes, that's fine. If you want, you can pedal the feet. Let's actually do that. Notice how that feels as we move side to side, and really lift when you lift the heel. Lengthen as much as you can to the bottom of the foot. And holding here to neutral. As much as you can, get the feet towards the mat, and if not, you just bend the knees. Bring your gaze in between your thumbs. Take a deep breath in. Think about bringing your chest towards your chair, but keep your chin parallel to the floor. You're not going to tuck the chin. And inhale to come up, straightening the arms. And exhale, bend. And inhale, straight. Now, if this is too much, just walk your feet closer to your chair and continue moving. The chest stays open the whole time. The only angle changing here is the angle in the elbows and maybe the ankles here. But we want to try and keep the body in a straight line. Even here, we're activating the pelvic floor, draw it up and in, and that's going to help to create a stronger midline. We'll do 2 more. You choose the depth. You can change the angle as needed. And we'll hold back up to center. Facing the right side to the back of the chair. Keeping your right hand on the chair, walking your feet out to the left. As we inhale, take the left palm up and over towards the right wall and start to press your left hip towards the left wall. We're trying to create a side bend here. Notice if the right hip started to pull forward or back, and realign your pelvis. So if you need to, step closer to the chair and then move from that straightened pelvis. Notice what's going on with your feet. We want to still keep that grounding. Notice we don't want to hunch the shoulder. Take 1 more breath in and expand your side ribs. And exhale, abdominals engage to come back up to center. Realign through the body, grounding into your feet. Slow breath in. Long breath out, soft through your shoulders and jaw. Gently smile. We'll move to the other side. So either go to the other, just face the other way, or turn your chair. So I'm gonna have my left side next to the chair. Left hand is on the back of the chair. Start walking out to the right. Palm faces up. As we lean over to the left, we push the right hip to the right, and the left fingers reach to the left. The right fingers reach to the left wall, and start to draw your breath in to the right rib cage. Now notice what's going on with your right fingers. See if you can really extend and feel the power through your arms, even that left arm. We're engaged and we're strong all the way through the body. Notice your pelvis. Point the tailbone slightly down to engage your lower belly. Inhale. And exhale, squeezing through the right abdominal wall to come back up to center. And stepping back into our Tadasana. Allow your eyes to close. Find your balance here. Next breath in, we open the eyes. Let's take, we'll go to the back of the chair. And the hands are still going to be on the back of the chair, but now we're stepping the feet out wide. So I'm kind of close to the chair and my feet are wider than my hips. Turn the toes slightly out. Hands are going to be on the chair, and I want you to keep your chest parallel with the back of the chair. And exhale to lower the hips. Inhale to come up. Now as you're doing this, we're just exploring the movement of the knees and ankles. So notice, let's look down and notice where your knee and your toes are, and make sure that the angle is equal in the hip joint. So we don't want to force the movement in the knee or the ankle. It originates from the hip. So make sure, checking that we're equal and balanced through each leg and then between both legs. So notice that we want to make sure that our stability is balanced on left and right. When you straighten the legs, engage through the glutes to squeeze them and feel that power there. The chest stays lifted. Push with your heels to straighten up. 2 more. Exhale to come up. Inhale to go down. Exhale up. Walk your feet back together. Closing the eyes. Finding your balance in your breath and in your body. Slower and deeper breath. Sending love into your body. Compassion and gratitude. Smile. Inhale, opening the eyes. We'll move to the right. My right side is going to be on the chair. So make sure that you have some stability. We're facing the left side of the chair. Sorry. So we're on the left side of the chair, facing the seat. Take your right foot on the chair. Take your left toes to lift and turn onto your left heel. So now the left toes and hip are square to the front of the room. The left hand is on the inner, right hand is on the inner right knee, left hand is on the front right hip, left hip. Jeez, I got that out. And then start to push gently, equally through both hands. Activate your back muscles. Shoulder blades draw back and equally down. Lift gently through your left kneecap. Slight bend of the knee, and then feel that you can really strengthen all the way through that left leg. The right glute is actively engaged, and the right inner thigh is active by gently pressing the right palm and inner knee together. Keep breathing here. And as we inhale, the left hand's going to come to the left hip. Just start inching your left heel to the left and then the toes to the left. And we're just going to start to open up a little into that left inner thigh. Start to sink into the right knee and straighten through the knee. Going only as far as comfortable. If you feel like maybe you went too far, just bring your left foot back in. So now what's going on with that right inner thigh? You can use the hand to help guide it in the direction over the toes. It's an outward rotation here. The next time that we bend, we're going to hold. Walk the left foot as comfortably out to the left as you can with your balance. Take your right elbow to your right thigh. Strengthen through your left thigh for power and balance. Left palm goes to the ceiling and up overhead. You can lean into that right knee a little more if you'd like. Notice if you started hunching into your right shoulder, push out into your elbow. Squeeze your left glute, squeeze your right glute, spread the toes of the right foot, take an inhale. Squeeze through your left abdominal wall to exhale back up to center. Even your pelvic floor is engaged here. Inch your left foot closer to your right. Now we're going to stay here. Your right hand on the top of your chair, the back of your chair. Right knee rolls to the front of the room. Inhale it back up. So it's gonna be an internal rotation. You're going from the bottom of your foot to the inner ankle. It may not be a big movement, that doesn't matter. Notice if you started sinking into the left side. Activate your left glute, activate the strength into your thigh, and keep yourself steady. The pelvis stays neutral, the lower abdominals are engaged, and we're still lengthening tall here. We're always moving from that straight and stable spine. Last one, knee goes up. Pivot on your heel to turn to the chair, ground into the foot, and taking the right foot next to the left. We'll come back to our Tadasana. So we do this to come back to balance in the body. Closing the eyes, and notice how you're feeling here. And maybe lift through the chest a little more so that you can feel more expansive, more strength into the chest and into the back. Remember at the beginning of the practice, we were sending love and compassion into the body. Do that again here. Gently smile. And let's move to the other side. So we'll stand on the right side of the chair. Face the chair. Right foot is grounded. Left foot steps on the chair. Now as we're here, lift the right toes and turn the right foot out to the right. Left hand on the left inner knee, right hand on right front hip. And hold here. We're activating through the back. Draw the shoulder blades back. Activate through your left glute and right thigh. Get strong in the front and back equally on the left and right. Check with the foundation through the feet. Equalize that. And deepen your breath. Use that left hand to help initiate more power in the left inner thigh. Resist the inner thigh with the knee and the palm, strengthening and lengthening here. Notice if your pelvis is tilted, make sure that your tailbone points down. Start to engage the lower belly, and we'll take the left hand to the back of the chair. Start walking your right foot out to the right, and then lengthening through the knee and bending here. So going to whatever feels good. If you felt like you walked too far away from the chair, just plop yourself back in. And we're trying to track the knee in the same angle that the hip has turned, and we're tracking the knee in the direction that the toes are pointing. It's not just the knee bend, we're getting into that ankle too. The calf needs to lengthen and the shin muscle needs to lengthen. So be really gentle with your body as you do these movements. We will hold this next one, getting the knee over the ankle. Choose what feels good for your right foot and where that should be. Left elbow is on your left thigh. Right palm faces up and reach over to the left wall, sinking a little bit more into that right inner thigh. Notice your left shoulder, don't hunch. Push yourself out of the shoulder. Strong through both arms. Strong through both legs. Point your tailbone down. Take a deep breath in, really reach long through the fingertips. Engage your right abdominal wall and exhale to come back up. And we move back through neutral. Walk your right foot closer to the chair. My pelvis is still square to the front of the room. Roll onto the inner left ankle and come back up. So just play around with that movement. For some, it's not going to be a big movement. It doesn't matter. There is no judgment with your body. Only love and understanding. So treat your body like it was your best friend. You're not gonna get mad at it. All right? So as you're here, just explore what's going on with that movement, what needs to engage, what needs to relax. We're still maintaining that strong right glute, tall spine. And this is our last one. The foot stays down. Left hand comes to the back of the chair and come back into our Tadasana. Allowing balance to come back into the feet, the thighs, all the way up into the crown. Coming back to our Tadasana in our seat. Sit to, I'm going to just turn my chair so you can see me, but you're still facing the front of the room. Sit to the back of the chair and then to the side of the chair so that your right leg is free. And just start sliding your knee back. Maintain a straight spine. We want to get open into that right hip flexor and also the right heel. So if you want, you can walk your toes a little further back to get more of a lengthening into the hip flexor, but also a lengthening into the bottom of the foot. Keep the chest upright. Deeper breath here. And let's drag the foot back into center and moving on to the left. So we sit to the back of the chair, come on over to the left side, and we drag the left knee down. And you can play around with it. You don't have to stay in a static position if you want to do a little movement there. And let the knee go forward and push the heel back. And then finding just one position that feels good enough that you can stay in and stretch it out a little bit more. Direct your breath into that space that you're opening. Use a longer exhale. Gentle bend in the left knee. Drag it forward and come back to seated on the chair. So with our Tadasana on our chair, we have our feet grounded, our pelvis neutral. Allow the hands to come to the thighs. Take your first finger and thumb to touch. And keep your shoulders and chest open so that you're not creating tension or tightness in the body. And gently smile. Thinking about how lucky you are to have this body that is able to move, this body that is able to heal. As you draw every breath in, you are delivering positive healing energy into your system. Visualize this energy coming in as a golden light. You're slowly drinking it in. And it's touching every cell in the body. Your whole body is lit up with this positive healing energy. Creating this strong power within you. Any negative feelings or emotions cannot live in this powerful healing light. Keep drinking it in. body is strong. Your mind is powerful. Take your left palm onto your heart center and your right palm above the left. Big smile. Send love and gratitude into your heart, into this physical body. Thanking this physical body, this gift that you have been given. You have been given the responsibility to take care of. And as you work with your body will work with you. Let's take a big breath in, big smile. Let it go out of the mouth. Palms together at your heart center. Thank you so much for sharing your energy. Namaste. Thanks, guys. How's everyone feeling? Don't you love that music? My friend Christian made it. So, let me know how you're feeling with all of that. And we'll do this again tomorrow. Can you believe tomorrow is Friday? It's nuts. I think we're going on week 6. It's like it's happened fast, but it's not. Like when you think like 6 weeks is a long time, but it doesn't feel like that long, but yikes. Yeah, I know, Kim, because you have the knee thing going on, right? It's okay. This is what I mean right here. Okay, we're gonna talk about this. My squats suck. No. Your squats are doing exactly what they need to do. They're healing. Okay? So what we do instead, we say, thank you, knee, for being able to heal. Or if it's your hip or whatever. You don't say, damn it, when are you gonna get better? That's not what you're gonna say to your best friend who's sick. You're gonna say, you know what, I'm here for you. Do you need me to get you anything? Because I know that you're gonna get better. And me helping you is gonna get you better faster. So I need you to think about that when you move through your body. This is exactly what I mean. And as you go through your day, if something hurts, don't try to just like take a Tylenol and be like, okay, forget about it. There's a reason why it is hurting. That's why the slowness of this practice that's what it's meant to do. It's to give you that opportunity to be like, okay, where is the break in the chain, you know? So, love you guys. I hope that helps. I'll see you tomorrow, 10:30 in the morning for our BFF, and